It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Rodgers
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first carry now. This is Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second.
On second down, it's Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A gain of 7. First down.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And at time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
David Montgomery.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
The 48-yard line.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 12 yards there and a first down.
For a Chicago Bears.
Trubisky to throw again. Caught out left side by Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 36 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
For Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. And 10, here's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers and able to find Allen Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
A A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it go again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Packers.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A gain of 16 yards.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Tackle made.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, 31 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, that's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
Packers.
Here's Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
1 yard.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll go again to Jones. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
3rd down.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rodgers to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
30-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up? Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Back at the 13-yard line.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And down inside the 15 it goes. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty.
13. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's throwing picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Packers.
Rodgers throwing here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. One last shot for Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter.